Hey everybody, this is Doug with Artfully Rogue. So, have you ever had that moment in life where it just kind of takes you in a totally different direction? Well, I've had that. And I have risen to a point in my work life where I have a big shop and I have all the tools I can imagine. I have a business that makes me money. And then I made a decision to go a different direction. And now I'm kind of working in this small pergola. The title may be a little clickbaity in the sense that I didn't actually lose my shop in Arizona. I still have that. It's just that I don't work there all of the time. So in 2022, I decided to walk the Camino de Santiago. If you haven't heard about it, you should check it out online. It's a 500-mile walk across Spain. Long story short, I walked it. I had an amazing time. I met some amazing people and really kind of fell in love with the country. And so that's where I'm at right now. I'm in Spain and I am on a resident visa that's taken me almost a year to get. And part of that visa is that I am not allowed to work. But where I'm staying has this huge terrace and this pergola. So I'm starting to put together some tools where I can kind of start doing some work. Now I'm in Spain about 6 months out of the year, but I break it up 2 to 3 months here, 2 to 3 months there. And so you're going to start seeing videos of me here in Spain and also me back in the US. So I'm about 7 or 8 days from leaving Spain and heading back to the US. And that little noise you hear is a little dog called Gia. I don't have dogs in the US, but where I'm staying, they have dogs. And so one of the situations that makes it difficult, it's almost like you're stepping back in time to when you just started, you're in your garage, or it's sometimes a struggle, but you make the best of what you can. And I'm going to kind of go over some of the difficulties I've had so far just in finding metal. Being in Spain, it's amazing how clean everything is. And I mean that from a standpoint of a lot of the work that I have done, I go into a scrap yard, I can pick up scrap metal all day long. And then here, they don't really have scrap yards that you can just wander around in. There's a whole process from the point a car is bought to the time it stops working, and it's tracked the entire way. So you just don't have those types of opportunities. And at first I was very frustrated. But now I'm trying to view it as an opportunity kind of to step out of that comfort zone, find new methods and find new ways. Definitely don't have the same types of tools here with regards to, say, brands. Now your main brands are here, Bosch, DeWalt, things of that nature. Here you're dealing with 220 as opposed to 110, so that's not a huge difference. In my shop, I'm set up to actually run machines on 220. Here, even though it's set up for 220, the distance between the point of electricity origin and where I'm working creates a longer distance and have a tendency to blow breakers if I run too many things at the same time. Now I'm sorry I'm rambling here real quick, but let me just kind of give you a little tour here of what I've got going so far. So this pergola was actually bolted down to the tile here, and they had to replace some tile. So I ended up making a frame that would connect all of the posts, and then we actually relocated the pergola to another location and then put it back probably about 6 months later. And now I built a floor in here, and as you can see, I've started to collect a few little tools here. Now, this is kind of their off-brand. Maybe it's like a combination of a Ryobi and Harbor Freight. I don't know, Shephawk or something, but it is pretty rickety, but it gets the job done. This was already here when I got here. It's a Black & Decker Workmate. That's pretty good. I built some storage boxes here to start putting some things into. I actually did manage to find a steel company that had core tin. And I've been working on sculpture. That's kind of one of the first metal projects that's going to come out of this little pergola shop. And I did manage to get a like a DeWalt grinder. So they do have DeWalt here. And then I grabbed something called a stayer welder. So far it's been pretty good. Now I've gone back to using flux core here because getting gas is a little bit tricky if you don't have a vehicle. And then I also picked up a Yes Welder plasma cutter. I've used Yes Welder in the US shop and the Arizona shop. And to help run that, we've got a little compressor. Now it is a little compressor, so I can maybe make 2 or 3 cuts on the steel before the compressor kicks on, and I can't use the compressor and the plasma cutter at the same time. And so that becomes a problem. And so it definitely slows you down just a little bit. One of the things that I'm working on, if I was in the States, I would have this all CNC cut. But that's not the case here, so I'm cutting these by hand, basically using paper patterns to create another sculpture. Basically, it's a replica of a stone sculpture that I saw in Barcelona. Oh, what do you call it? It's the Sahuarita family. It's just a big cathedral, and they had this really cool horse sculpture. And so I'm going to try to do that in metal. Okay, so there you go. There's my pergola shop. Like I said, I'm going to be going back to Arizona here in a few days, and we're going to start putting some more videos out from the shop. I have quite a few things going on right now. I have a robot sculpture. I'm redoing the ball machine sculpture. I have a large rain curtain water feature that I'm going to be finishing up. I need to put doors on my brand new workshop, and they're going to be huge. So they're 16 feet tall, 10 feet wide, and I've got 4 of them. So that's going to be a project. And then I was just on the phone with Evolution Tools, and it looks like I was just on the phone with Evolution Tools, and it looks like they will be coming out in like early August, and we're going to be checking out some new tools. So keep an eye out for that video. That will be kind of cool to meet those guys here in the US. I've seen them at Maker Central in Birmingham, UK, but now they get to come on my turf, and we're gonna enjoy Tucson and some of the Evolution tools. So we'll see you in the upcoming videos. Thank you so much for your patience on this channel. There's been a lot of ups and downs, a lot of movement, and yeah, that's life. We'll see you. It's gonna be so hard to shoot video here in the freaking city.